Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dawn Nicole, and today I'm going to talk about a hot topic: the difference between your certified course versus your accredited course. Now, I really want to talk about this because I found that there's a lot of confusion around this. There are a lot of questions around this, and every single new course creator I talk to either wants to do one or the other. They want their course to be certified, they want their course to be accredited, and they're not real sure of what the differences are and also what steps go into either. So today my goal is to break that down for you as a certified accredited course creator. By the way, not everybody can say that they're accredited, so I kind of take pride in saying accredited course creator. All right, so let's jump in. So first, let's break down what certification really means and what accreditation means. Okay, so let's start with being certified. So here's the real kicker: you can certify your own course. I'm gonna say it again. You can certify your own course. You see, all certification is it's an attestation or an assertion towards something. So you are either attesting or asserting that someone registered, attended, completed, or can demonstrate knowledge on the skills in the course that you put forward. So I'm gonna say that slowly because I know I talk fast. So again, when you certify your course, it's a certification. You're attesting, or you're getting someone to certify that they either registered and attended the course, that they completed the course, or that they can demonstrate knowledge around the course. So let's talk about that for a second. As long as you have an LMS, a learning management system or solutions platform that holds records, that can keep records, you can actually certify your own course. This is crazy because a lot of people don't realize this. So let's talk about, first of all, certifying registration and attendance. When you talk about certifying registration and attendance, you might want to certify that someone attended your course. And this might become important because they want to credit the time, right? They want to be able to say, I was here for these 2 hours. Now, I want to use my words carefully because I don't mean credit like you get credit back for something, but they want to be able to state and assert that I was at this location at this time taking this course. And so a certification of being there, present in that moment at this event, as long as you as the course creator has a way through your LMS to verify and keep a record that someone registered and attended your course, and preferably how long did they attend? Are you able to show that? A lot of our platforms nowadays will hold that record. I know, like Zoom for one, and some other, if you're doing instructor led. Also, if you have online course, which is what we're talking about, and there is a registration platform that your LMS should have, you're able to keep a record and certify attendance, that someone attended. Now, that's not as popular anymore as completion certifications. So a completion certification is something that your learner gets if they complete from top to bottom, start to finish, your course, and there is a record keeping mechanism in the background that can track, right? Record tracking where they are in your process, and at any point, if challenged, you can pull a record to show that this person did take either all or some of your modules. And so hopefully when they complete it at the very end, if there's not an exam or some testation of knowledge, then they get a certification of completion. So that one I would say is probably most popular now. And again, you can do this yourself. You can sell your course with, you get a completion certification at the end of this course. So that's something you can do as long as you have the infrastructure in place to do it. Now let's talk about certifying knowledge, which is a little bit different. So there are some cases where the certification is around proving the knowledge, demonstrating what you've learned, and that certification is really lending itself towards competency. This is when you want to show that someone not only took your course, attended it, completed it, but they are competent in that subject matter area. And so you would have an exam that would allow them to demonstrate competency, that they understand it, and that they could go and put it in practice if need be. be. And I'm going to do a whole nother video on how to have a fail-proof exam, or I shouldn't say fail-proof exam, but a great exam that demonstrates competency in the right way. So my friends, this is what certification looks like. Again, it's an attestation or an assertion of registration and attendance, completion, or competency, okay? And as long as you have the infrastructure and the record keeping and the data tracking system, you can sell certification with your online course. Now let's move over to the other side and talk about accreditation, which is something that people get confused all the time with certification. So accreditation, and I'm going to read from my notes so I don't forget and I don't leave anything out. So the first, some perks around being accredited. So accreditation is about being globally recognized or nationally recognized. There's national accreditations and there are global accreditations. Personally, I am globally accredited with our course, the CATP. This is important because that means that the accreditation is recognized obviously in the States and abroad. So you get globally recognized with an accreditation. You're not going to get that with a certification. Remember, because you can self-certify, it's kind of localized to your course and your teachings. But now when you start talking about accreditation, it becomes globally recognized. Also, when it comes to accreditation, it counts towards PDUs or CPDs or CEs. So PDUs are really a unit hour of learning that you do get credit for. Like an employer wants you to have professional development units, PDUs or CPDs. So typically when you go to get a certification somewhere in any of your trades that you're in, usually that certification comes with a mandate for continuous learning. So with you being an expert and having a certification, it's on you to keep yourself continuously refreshed and constant learning path, right? On a constant learning journey. So CPDs or PDUs, CPD, continuous professional development units, or professional development units, or CEs, continuing education units, they're called all kind of things. But my point is that these CEs and PDUs prove that you have in fact been on your continuous learning path, and if challenged, you can show, yes, look, I got 5 hours of CPDs just like my certification told me to this year. So typically with a certification by a certifying body, it will dictate or mandate that you keep up that learning this year, and CPDs or PDUs are the way to prove that you've had continuous learning around this certification. So if you have a course that is accredited, when people come to take your course, they can earn those CPDs or PDUs in that field. Like with my course, when they take my Agile course, they can show that they're getting continuous Agile learning. So that's another selling point on why people would want to go accredited. Also, accreditations can mean a credentialed certification. So when I say credentialed, that means you hold authority. So with my course, the CATP, when people take the Certified Agile Transformation Professional course, the CATP course, they learn everything about Agile transformation, what it is, how to execute it, what it means, and then at the end, there's a 50-question exam, which is the certification piece, but because it's accredited, there's also a recognized credential, the CATP. You become a Certified Agile Transformation Professional. Those words have power. They're credentialed. You are an authority in Agile transformation. The accreditation gives me that third backing, that extra authority that just having a certification might not give, okay? So I'm going to explain the accreditation process in just a moment. Also, another key point of being accredited over being just certified is that employers are more likely to reimburse accredited training. So I'm going to say it again. You know how like at the end of the year, your employers usually they have a goal for you to upskill, right? Or have continuous learning opportunities, and sometimes they'll give you $500 or $1,500 or $2,000 or some amount for you to invest in yourself. Well, when your course course is accredited, so far 99% of the time I've seen employers pay or reimburse my learners for taking the CATP course, right? So these are all perks of accreditation. So what is accreditation really, and how is it different from certification? So again, remember I said that in certification you can kind of do it yourself as long as you have the infrastructure, the technology, and all of that. With an accrediting body or an accreditor, this is you seeking out a third party in your industry who does accreditation, and what the entire goal is to get an outside, disinterested, right? What you call arm's length. That means someone who is unbiased, not attached to your company. This is all they do. They're almost like an auditing body. Now, do you have to do this as a course creator? No. But if you do this, do you automatically get more respect? Is your course immediately like upped the ante? Is the value higher? Yes, yes, and yes. So if you can get your course accredited, I mean, if that's your goal, especially if you're working in workforce development, then you want to do it. So again, this third-party accreditation body, how it works is you reach out to an accrediting body, particularly in your industry. So if you're like, I don't even know where to start, go and find companies that are similarly modeled to you and find out who they are accredited by, who accredited them. Okay, so typically you can find that out on Google, but my point is that find an accrediting body in your industry, reach out to them, because here's a big gotcha moment that you don't even see coming right here. When I was certified first, and then I went after accreditation, and to my shocking surprise, I reached out to a company that also accredited my competitor, whose name I shall not say, but they also are a huge agile body, right, certifying body. So I looked to see who accredited them. I went to that same company, and to my dismay, you all, they denied me. And they denied me before they ever gave me a chance to start. They denied me and said it would be a conflict of interest because we've already accredited an organization that's like yours, and we don't want any issues, any drama. So that's really a tidbit for you to know, that these accrediting bodies don't have to accreditate you. I just want you to be prepared. So if your goal is to get accredited, you may want to reach out and build a relationship before you even build your course, so you can understand a clear path forward and have an idea of who you want to go with for your accreditation. But my point is, so it's a disinterested third party. They come in. It generally can take anywhere between 2 months to 6 months, really. They're checking for things like, do you have the right verbiage? Do you have an online version, and do you have an instructor-led offline version? So if you have that, you kind of submit them both separately, because they go through 2 different channels. Typically, the accrediting body will want kind of ghost or tester access into your course to kind of go through the customer flow. They want to see everything, you all. They want to see your marketing copy content. How are you marketing and attracting customers to your course? Your landing page, your sales page. Is it Persons with Disability Act friendly? Does it have the right verbiage? Is it inclusive? Is it diverse? Have you considered all learning styles? I mean, so again, it costs you a nominal fee, but it's worth it at the end, because again, being accredited can help you sell in a more premium market. But it also costs you some time investment, but it's worth it, because essentially it's really saying that this course is backed with trust that has been verified from a third party. So that is the real difference between a certified course and an accredited course. They are 2 completely different things. One thing I will say, just a bonus tip that I teach our new course creators in our boot camp, is it's probably a good idea to first launch your course, launch it, right? So put it out there, certify it, and then go after the accreditation is what I would suggest, because when you launch it and certify it and put it out there first, you're going to learn a lot. You're going to be able to tweak some things, and you'd hate to get bottlenecked in that accreditation process too early when you haven't really proved your course to the market. With us, our course was already launched for probably 90 days before we pursued accreditation. So I hope that this video was helpful. If it gave you tons of value, smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe for more videos just like this, where we help you take your course from beginning to winning. This is Dawn Nicole here with our New Course Creators World and Bootcamp. And until next time, new course creators, happy coursing. I'll catch you next time. Take care.